Previously on How Polly Survived.
First vote down, Brenna is gone, and I am so happy that I did not get a single vote. It went the perfect way. I got Ella to get this second vote because that puts a target on her for the next vote. John is safe, so he won't be chaotic, and my name never came up.
Just kind of recapping what happened. Brenna went home 7-1, so that went as planned. She voted Ella, which is what I told her, and I think Derek and Sophie also told her, as well as some other people.
I have these connections. I have one with Sophie, John, Josh. Chloe and I were like talking to each other during tribal, like making little faces because we're good. And Ella, I'm so concerned with her because she lied to my face.
She was kind of mad. She didn't look at us at all when she was leaving. I kind of passed her later and I kind of gave her like a half smile. I probably should have just said oh, I'm sorry or something. I felt awkward and I don't know. I should know better. I've seen this happen a million times, but I don't know. I guess when you're in the moment, it's different. But yeah, I felt bad because I did like her, and I hope she's doing fine. She sent, we have like a group, like a full tribe group thing, like a text chat, and she flipped us off in it and said oh, nice knowing you all, and gave us the bird, and yeah. So I feel a little bad. But
I lied to Chloe's face, but I don't feel bad. I'm mad when Ella lies to me. So next I want to get Ella, but what if we get Chloe?
Gosh, how's it been the first couple days?
I mean, it's been good. I'm glad we had some time before having to close around. It was hard for them, but it's fun being on this side of it.
Yeah. What about you guys? Thoughts on the first tribal council? Ready for the second challenge?
We're ready. Yeah. We're ready to win. We're ready to win.
go!
But not lime green. Purple, pink, yellow, green.
Oh, and Wazna back, ready to dig. Dogs are out. Oh my God, he's devouring his pieces. Josh is starting to feel the pressure. Is he moving fast enough? Oh my God, Derek, monster with the bags.
Connor, what was the order? Dude, you kind of gave it to me like haphazardly.
Some frustration.
Ah!
Just the order? Yeah.
Let's fucking go!
More of them together.
Chloe, you get 2 rows.
What do they have?
Only 1 row.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
There enough pieces?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's enough.
He said it took him a bit to say it was wrong. It's probably the bottom.
Medium green, pink, dark blue, pink.
Yeah! Purple's on both ends.
I'm the hard part here. What the fuck is going on?
Okay, John, it's the second, it's the third to last. It's gonna be, red, you're gonna swap this out with the blue. Third to last.
Back with their last bag. Are you correct?
I hope so.
Cayucos!
Yeah!
For the second time in a row.
And with that, Cayucos wins their second challenge. Congratulations. Nice. Let's go. Sending Quasna Tribe back to Tribal Council one more time. Everybody, grab your stuff, strategize for the next couple days, and we'll see you Tuesday.
Basically, we lost the challenge, which is super upsetting because I don't want to go back to tribal. Our tribe is really, like, after voting off Brenna, like, that was just, I don't know. I'm sad about that. I feel bad, but I feel like our tribe was pretty strong. Like, I had high hopes, and then obviously we lost.
And then when we left the challenge, which by the way, we got destroyed in the challenge. After the challenge, I was gonna hang out with Sophia and Sophie and Derek again, but I went into the car ride with the other 4 and Riley, because Riley was taking them all to Yak just to drop them off. And I needed a ride, and honestly, I didn't want it to be those 4 and us 3 again. I thought that was a bad look, and I just wanted to see what they were gonna say, if they were gonna say anything. And thank God I was in that car ride. Chloe was talking about the challenge a little bit and talking about Derek, and then Ella was really going into Derek, saying that that it was pretty much his fault. Like, the memory challenge, he kind of messed it up, and like, apparently Sophie said that he overestimated his memory skills, and I think Ella was definitely thinking that, and she was like, oh, like, I don't want to say anyone, and I don't want to point the finger, but that's what she was doing.
Kind of deceiving Derek a little bit, and I feel bad because he's also my twin little, but like there can only be one little, you know? And watch him be behind me, but oh, that sounded funny. Yeah, I feel like my tightest alliance right now is John, Josh, and Ella. So I think the 4 of us, I hope the 4 of us are gonna stick together in the next vote and get Derek out.
I worry about him. He's kind of kind of a loose cannon. He talks a lot and he says a lot that's on his mind, but and that's nice as an ally because I always know what he's thinking. But it's worrying because I think he's just always go, 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 and he's always thinking of some scenario, some way that someone is, gonna get around us and screw us up. Even like with me, I think he's a little worried, and I think it comes out every now and then.
So the pros and cons of Jeremy is a really big threat. It's crazy how everyone's like, oh, Jeremy's so nice. And I keep lying to him, and I'm like, oh, I don't care that you're a captain. Like, it doesn't matter. It does matter because he has a connection with Joshi Levine on the other tribe. So what I'm thinking is if we swap or merge coming up soon, we can't have Jeremy if Josh is on the other tribe. And Josh on the other tribe is unifying that tribe. They are celebrating. They're jumping up and down, huddled up when they won that challenge. And I think they're so close that we can't have Jeremy and Josh together because Jeremy will jump ship to stay safe.
If the other 4 were going for Derek, I don't want to be on the wrong side of that. So I need to keep my options open. I need to talk with Josh, who I think I have a pretty good rapport with. We're working on the idol.
And Josh, honestly, he screwed up the challenge. It was not me. He said green, green. It was not green, green. It was green, red. But I specifically remember he said green, green. So, like, he wasn't good at the challenge. He is making connections with the other tribe. And he lied. The only thing that makes me want to keep him is that he's against Alec on the other tribe. And he's like, I want to get him out. Like, I want to make that move. So if we swap or we merge, we know who he's targeting.
John, I enjoy talking to, but he kind of seems a little more, he seems less gamey. Like, after the challenge, he was like, let's all just hang out Friday and have no game talk. I think he's more likely to vote just on who he likes, and instead of, like, going with, like, oh, if the majority would always, like, say targeting me, he would just automatically go with that. I think he would not want to get rid of me if he thought I was cool and we were, like, friends and whatnot. So, I guess that's my approach with him.
So this is all like a net of social relationships, a web of the social game. And everyone's connected, but I want to see who's the most connected to me and whose bonds I can break up so they also go closer to me.
I have already started thinking about next tribal council, which is on Tuesday. And I want to vote off Ella. I've talked about this before. But she scares me. Like, I think she could be really influential in the game. And she's making her and Chloe have a really strong alliance, I think. They're a lot closer than I realized they were. Like, I noticed that last night. They are super close. So, I don't know, I'm kind of just scared. I'm threatened by her, honestly. I think she's a really, like, influential player in the game, is the vibes I'm getting. Like, I feel like she has a game plan. And also last night she confessed to Derek that she wanted to vote Josh off, which I do not agree with. I think we need Josh for our challenges, and I don't want Josh to go yet. Like, I think we really need him. So I'm hoping that I feel really confident in my alliance with Jeremy and Derek right now. Like, the 3 of us are super strong, and I'm hoping that we can get Josh to also vote Ella. So we can tell him that Ella wants him gone. I feel like he'll want to vote her off if we, like, after knowing that.
The most important thing moving forward in this pre-merge section of the game is that I will not be making any blatant moves. I need to nudge other people into doing that. So if Ella wants to target Josh and Chloe's on board, I will gladly go ahead. We'll get John and we'll push that narrative. And if Sophie really wants Ella, then she can do the dirty work. She can get Jeremy, she can get John, and she can get Josh. Chloe will be on the outs and she'll go closer to me if I vote with them. So it's really about the numbers right now and who's closest to me and not closest to other people.
Hey,
Okay.
let's go.
We just debriefed on the night.
Debrief? First of all, we won.
After challenge 2.
We won.
We good.
Good work.
We're good.
Quick debrief.
But we are feeling good.
We are on the same page.
We're on the same page.
About everything.
Exactly. I feel like we've actually, like, because when we're talking to people, like, you just kind of BS everything you're saying.
No,
and, like,
when you're talking with 8 people,
Yeah, exactly. And, like, you don't actually be, like, you're just, like, going around, like, what, like, I feel like
there's
you're not,
no real, like, relationships
Right.
to be made. You're just
Exactly.
like, hey guys.
Exactly. So we're, like, actually, we were just talking about, we're actually on the same page of stuff.
Everything you say is like, yes.
Right.
Yes, yes, yes.
Exactly. Like, we both are feeling good with the same people. We also,
Yeah.
like, both know, like, people think that they're closer to us, like us than we are to each other. Like we were talking about Alec, we were 3 with Alec.
Alec thinks I'm good with him. Alec thinks he's good with him.
Yeah, exactly. Which we are, but like we both
Not as
recognize Alec is like hella gonna get himself out of the game at some point.
Yeah,
so.
for real. And he's gonna work the guys, I'm gonna work the girls.
Exactly. So we'll collect all the info and be good.
And we have a name.
Exactly. We just need a name. We couldn't figure it out, but
7-Up Club.
7-Up Club.
Hell yeah.
That clue is pissing us off. It has to do with 7-Up and a club in it. So
7-Up Club.
7-Up Club. But
Someone's got
final 2 cheers right here.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I'm gonna pitch my case and beat this guy right here.
You're screwed.
Final day.
But hey, we're feeling
Let's
good.
go, yeah, no, it's good.
Final 14.
Hell yeah.
Let's
hell
go.
Yeah. Bro, guys. First of all, Caillou Ghost is 2-0, baby. But honestly, that's not even the best part of my night. This is the best part of my night. This is crazy. Bro. I found it! Okay. So, at the challenge, I did the swim, and I got out, and then I was like, oh, I wanna go see him run. And so, like, every good lifeguard knows, when you're cold, you put your feet in the sand. So I'm like, oh, let me just put my feet in the sand. Literally, I step on the sand, and I feel it, and I'm like, I'm standing on top of it. Nick turns Connor away. I freaking pick it up and I got it. Look at this shit. Look at this. It does not look like my, actually the beads kind of look like my fake. I think my fake looks better than this. However, it simply does not matter. Congratulations, you have found a hidden immunity idol. When played at Tribal Council, any votes cast against you will not count. If you play the idol for yourself or someone else, you must do so before the votes are read, but after all the votes have been cast. If you do not use the idol and you are voted out, the idol is no longer any power in this game. The last time you can use this idol is when there are 5 players left in the game. This is huge. Huge. Okay, so besides this, well, first of all, I think Nick knows, because obviously Nick was the only other person that knew that this was hidden at the challenge, and he was standing there. Like, he turned it, he didn't see me pick it up, but like if I said it was, like I didn't get it, he'd be so sus.
Kayla found the hidden immunity item. Let's fucking go. I was at the challenge. I basically knew it was dug in the sand right by the volleyball courts in the corner near the bikes. I was in charge of digging, so I basically was like, I need to dig. And I basically, when Kayla finished swimming, I went up, distracted Connor, because Connor was running, and I like pointed, I was like trying to hype him up, and then behind me, Kayla was kicking around the sand, and then she fucking got it. So right now it's looking really fucking good. I don't think anyone knows. Hopefully, we'll see. I don't know. But it's on the ups for sure. And I'll check in soon.
Josh, I'm working with Josh. We're just on the same page. We just get each other personally. Like, 7-Up Club. We are the 7-Up Club. We like Josh. And we're gonna work both sides. Perfect. However, it's so early and it's so hard because you wanna just do an easy vote the first round. And like for another number, because some of the girls are like, I don't really care for Jillian or Chloe. However, Nick needs to be voted out of this game. I know he thinks I'm his number 1, but he knows I have this, and like literally nobody can know I have this. Because if he tells someone, I'm not telling anybody, if he tells someone, I'm gonna be pissed. I will tell someone when I have to, and I'm debating taking a picture of I told Josh, I was like, what if I go talk to Nick? I'm debating talking to Nick, taking a picture of the fake idol, sending it to Josh and being like, he has it, Nick has the idol. Because then Nick would be so down to vote him out. No, Josh would be so down to vote Nick out. Sorry, misspoke. We like Josh. We need to vote Nick out because he knows I have the power. But Kayukos is 2-0. There's talks about a tribe swap. I don't think it would be till after next week. I like my tribe. I feel like I'm in a good spot on my tribe. But I always have this if I need it. So I am on the top of the world. I thought night 1 was good. Night 3 was better, baby. Let's go.
I just had a talk with Jeremy and we weighed out the options. He thinks I'm really close to him and he's actually not the person I'm closest to. But in my mind, while he was saying that we should vote Ella, I have decided who is going home on Tuesday. My target is Josh. He's gonna be the next Wazna person to go.
So I just went and I watched the new Eras Tour movie. And I went with Derek. Hopefully no one saw us there. But I found out some pretty interesting things. So basically, I was like, I don't know. I feel like I've been saying I want to vote Ella out, but honestly, I don't. I'm like, yes, it would be like nice. Like it would make me less stressed if she was gone, but I don't like need her voted out. So I was kind of like, oh, I don't really know who I want to vote for. He was like, well, I think vote for Josh, which I'm a little sad about because Josh is really nice, but gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. And so right now I'm texting Jeremy and debriefing about everything Derek told me, which Derek doesn't know, which is interesting because you would think Derek would be my closest ally, but it's actually Jeremy. And Jeremy doesn't know that I'm friends with Derek, so I feel like kind of a secret keeper right now. A liar. I feel a little bit like a liar right now, but it's okay.
I idle hunted for another like 2 hours this morning, and I'm like, I need to find this idol because then I can vote out Josh, and there's no complications with him idling me out. But it turns out we're not voting out Josh because no one else wants to do it, and Chloe doesn't care if Ella's gone. So I guess Josh is the target for next round, which makes me scared because if he does have the idol, he'll for sure play it then when I know he wouldn't play it now. So I need to go do some recovery with Sophie because I kind of low-key pressured her into voting out Josh last night at the Eras tour, but I guess Ella's the move. We've got Jeremy, Sophie, Chloe, myself.
So a little update on the idol. So I have solved all 3 vessels. So the first vessel, Half Heard Upon a Starry Night, Vincent van Gogh painted the Starry Night. He's also missing an ear. So where that led me to is I was doing some research online, and Jeremy led me to this. There are concrete canoes on campus we have like this huge concrete canoe team. They've won national championships. So there's a Van Gogh themed one. That one is an engineering 4. So that's vessel 1. Vessel 2, there's another concrete canoe in Baker Science. Jeremy also led me to this one, which leads me to believe he has likely found it, but disregarding that. So the second one, Baker Science. Forget the name, but the name of the concrete canoe, Tree of Life themed. Around the second exists all else, that's Sacred Tree of Life. That is vessel 2. Vessel 3, Rock and a Game Come Alive. I was at the Civil Building. There is another canoe, Jumanji themed, Game Come Alive. Jumanji was a board game that came alive. The Rock, not 100% sure. Could be Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but I have that. I've connected it to the central. I've created the triangle, made the centroid, and it puts me right around around the library. So today for about an hour between classes, I was looking like just all around the area, just looking for the fish was my goal, where the centroid was. Couldn't find the fish. So not super sure where it is. I think it's likely Jeremy's found it already, just because he was kind of guiding me to it. So I'm gonna try to not spend too much time looking for it and just make sure I'm doing homework and stuff like that. But
I had a conversation with John last night, and he's still looking like he wants to do Derek. I personally am leaning that way more than causing I guess a split vote, or I could put in effort to try and convince maybe John and Chloe to go for Ella, or I could try something else, but I just don't really think it's worth it. I don't think people are wanting to change their minds off Derek. And yesterday I also heard, this is what really frustrates / confuses me, is that Josh texted me saying that Derek said my name to him, just as a suggestion. And I get, so yeah, he said my name, and then I talked to John, and John kind of confirmed that and said, yeah, I can confirm that Derek was thinking about your name, but I don't, like he said, he doesn't think it actually landed on me, it landed on Ella, which I think is the case. And I could definitely see a scenario where Derek was like talking to me and Sophie was saying, oh, Josh or Ella, and then chose Ella, and then was talking to them and said, oh, like Jeremy or Ella, or just saying my name maybe to throw off suspicion, or I don't think he was actually gunning for me unless people really wanted to do that, which hopefully that's not a move that's going around. I full on like kind of switched from trying to find the idol with Josh to trying to find it with Josh, because Josh has not been very reciprocated. He's kind of just been asking me what I know, which makes me worried that he might actually have it. So if we don't find it, my strongest suspicions are probably on him. I don't think Derek has it, even though everyone says he's been looking, and yeah, he has been looking, but I don't know, I just don't think his strategy for looking is very good. And I feel like he was being pretty honest with me when he was trying to find it.
No surprise, I'm once again idle hunting around the koi pond in this general area, because I think this is where the third triangle point is, with the centroid of the koi pond in the middle. But if I'm looking at the clue a bit more, it says a journey afar starts nearby. And we know that the football stadium is half heard upon a starry night, right over there, because that's the closest thing that would fit that description to where we were handed the clue in construction innovations. So if I'm thinking is a journey afar, well, O'Neill Green is not far from construction innovations. And that's where I keep checking for the idol. So maybe it does mean that the sacred tree of life is something else. I was talking to some people at my cross-country meet, and they think it could be Serenity Swing as that point. But I, right now, just need to figure out what the sacred tree of life is, because I will not stop until I find this idol. I know it's been over a week, but either it's still out there and we're all looking in the wrong place, or someone has it, and I would think Jeremy. So I need to try to convince him to tell me that he has it, so I can just feel calm about this next vote, because honestly, I feel like I might be going home in a blindside.
Come on in! Welcome in the Huasna tribe, the second tribal council. Please take your seat.
Why did no one tell me?
So, obviously, the second tribal council, you guys lost in a close challenge. That can't feel good. Jeremy, what's the tribe morale like right now?
It was definitely down for a little bit. At least I was down. I don't know if that challenge was that close, to be honest.
Derek, what do you think? Was there...
I think it just wasn't our challenge. Like, we even tried distracting the other tribe, and it did not turn out. I think we needed to we still need to figure out what everyone's strong suits are and how we can best like choose what positions for each person. And I think that's gonna be the next challenge because we're winning this.
John, what is the tribe dynamic right now? I mean, you obviously had a weekend to talk and kind of come up with strategy for this tribal council. What was kind of the vibe?
I think the tribe dynamic is I think everyone's just kind of tired of losing. And I think right now everyone just kind of wants to be on one cohesive, on the same page and just kind of work together and just make sure we don't have to end up back here on Thursday.
Chloe, do you think that tonight is going to draw some lines in the sand?
Yes, probably, because I feel like the first vote was obviously more clear cut because like she was already like living somewhere else and like not a freshman and everything, but I feel like now it's like, oh no, sorry, sorry.
Jeremy, hearing a comment like that, I gotta ask, how does that make you feel being the only fourth year left?
You know, hopefully she didn't really mean it. It does, but I don't know. I definitely think about that a little bit. I do live kind of far away, and yeah.
Sophie, how do you vote somebody out when this tribe just voted, 6-1 against the person that just got voted out in the first tribal council, or 7-1? Like, how do you vote somebody out now that you all voted together? There's some unity there. How do you find?
It was definitely really hard to try to figure out who to vote out. Like, very, very difficult because no one wants to see, like, at this point, I feel like we're all kind of like friends. Like,
if not friends already, then like close to being friends. So it's really hard to choose someone like that to get rid of. Like there's obviously gonna be hard feelings. So I don't know, you kind of just have to like get a feel. I think it's kind of like one person says it and everyone's like, okay, that's who we're doing. But it's interesting.
Derek, kind of going off that, what is your criteria for tonight's vote?
We just need to get through this vote, be a strong group of 6. Wait, that's yeah, 6. Yeah. 6 people, and then win this next challenge. So honestly, like who I can trust most and who I can move forward with.
How confident do you feel in your plan tonight?
Because everyone's confident in their plan, someone's not gonna have their plan work out. So I'm not gonna say I'm 100% confident, but I'm confident in the people I trust.
And with that, it's time to vote.
Derek, you had my back on the last vote. I'm sorry I can't pay it forward to you today.
Sorry to do this, but I'm scared of you.
You played a little too hard, too fast, from my perspective, and a lot of people are a little worried about you, so.
I'm still not over when you lied to me and said that you were busy all day and I found you idle hunting with Chloe. And a lot of people think that you haven't done much in this game, but you have shown what happens when you lie to me. You get voted out.
I'll go tally the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol or an advantage and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Alright, I'll read the votes. First vote, Derek. Second vote, Ella. That's 1 vote Derek, 1 vote Ella. Third vote, Ella. That's 2 votes Ella, 1 vote Derek. Derek. That's 2 votes Derek, 2 votes Ella. Derek. That's 3 votes Derek, 2 votes Ella, 2 votes left. And the second person voted out of Cal Poly Captain's Campaign, Derek. Please read me your coach.
You know, Cassidy survived this, I wouldn't do it.
Derek, the time is spoken. It's time for you to go. And with that vote, please grab your things and go to the next challenge.
And I'm so confused now. I was so stressed because I was like, it's okay, it's okay. We can still be friends. We'll still be friends.
I know.
I was so stressed because they started reading Derek's name and I was just like.
Well, I kept telling Brenna and Dan that I know I'm going.
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah.
And how did you tell Ella that I wanted her out?
No.
How do they know that? Ella's like, I don't.
Ella's telling me Brenna. 99% sure Sophie was with me. So, like, hopefully I can move forward with her, like, as a friend. I was here for fun. Clearly these other people aren't. I think maybe I was a little paranoid because I was searching for that idol, and maybe that was a disadvantage, but sign me up for All-Stars Season 5, please get me there. If not, I guess I'll be production for it.
I was full of shit, guys.
Just too big of a liar.
I'm still not over when you lied to me and said that you were busy all day.
Sorry to do this, but I'm scared of you.
Okay.
Come on, dude. I'm the hard part here. What the fuck is going on? Pink, dark red, white, dark green, pink, dark red, white, dark green.
Is that line 2 or 3?
3.